welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. All that and more coming up next.
When you think about the classic venues to host the NFL's ultimate game, this one's right up near the top of the list. The Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. We are minutes away from Super Bowl 59, and we've got a tremendous matchup in store. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
And meanwhile, for the Packers, not many could have predicted they'd make it back to this Super Bowl, but everything has gone their way, and they search for what would be their second title of the millennium.
And that title? Super Bowl 45 in Dallas, or actually Arlington, Texas, so I don't get in trouble with the locals, over Pittsburgh. A proud franchise continuing to find ways to get to the big game.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd and 6. This to Jacobs on the toss right. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Love now. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Michael Dana. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this third down. Now Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Love. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 19-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop.
Touchdown, Packers! Jaden Reed from 10 yards out. And the Packers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come this...
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Seven 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, the Chiefs offense going to make their way out, and at the helm, a now 3-time Super Bowl MVP in his 8th season in the NFL, it's Patrick Mahomes.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now Mahomes. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Mahomes going to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And this pass caught by Gray. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Mahomes to throw once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's complete to Wicks. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. To throw now, here's Love. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Jacobs going to try the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. First down sack, second down negative rushing play.
And I will guarantee you right now the head coach is weighing in on his headset to the offense coordinator, whether he thinks it's strategy or he thinks it's execution, because that's going to determine this next play call. Are you staying with what you're doing, or are you going in?
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. .45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Well, welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year, Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter two. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes now to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Love looking to throw it. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
On 4th down, Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing. Love. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Love. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are once again back in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Back to throw here. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw again. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And Juju's going to pick up the Chiefs' first down as he takes it down to the 20-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now Mahomes. Escaping the press. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have moved out in front.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Love now. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan now. Hardman on the return. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw here. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Mahomes now to throw. And no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it'll be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Caught left side, Hopkins. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Lucas Van Ness able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He gets that one complete to Wicks. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is going to have the Packers 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9. Love, they go play action now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his 1st interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
Now Love. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packers ready to take over offensively. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Jacobs. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
That's cold-blooded. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete here.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They go play fake. Mahomes. That is caught. They find some open field here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Mahomes to throw once more. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Mahomes going to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. From the gun, it's Mahomes. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Pacheco. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to stretch out their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now the try here for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Off the play fake, Love. Pass incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Love now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Again, it's Love. He's able to find Melton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Love looking to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing. Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesars Superdome. The 4th and final quarter coming right up. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the fourth and final quarter. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the fourth and final quarter of action. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going back to Love. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Working out of the gun. Love. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. George Karlaftis, his 2nd sack of the night.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. To throw now. Here's Love. And this one is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The kick by McManus is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Well, now how about this return? And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Throwing now is Mahomes. With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And a catch made by Hopkins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he's got it. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mahomes finding the talented DeAndre Hopkins. And the Chiefs are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He gets that one complete to Wicks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On play action. Love to throw. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Here's Love. That's complete to Wicks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Quick slant complete to Melton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now Love. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 4 yards out. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Mahomes now to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Pacheco. And he's got it down to the 28. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mahomes to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.